Your full name for the record?
Yeah.
Have a seat. All right, are we ready? First witness?
People are first gonna call, this gingerly brush up Evans to the stand. I'll go grab it.
Thank you.
There's a random article back right.
All the way up here. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth today? All right, come on up here. There's a ramp right here. Don't trip. You're going to take that chair right there. All right, Ms. Evans, have a seat there. Settle in. When you're ready, counsel.
And good morning, Ms. Evans. Can you please spell your name for the record?
Janae Evans, N-J-A-N, I-A-N, Evans, E-D-A-N-S.
Thank you, Ms. Evans. Now, were you present at a 35012 Michelle Drive in Romulus, Michigan on October 10th, 2025? Okay, and what is that residence? And were you there with someone else on that day? Who? And does Danny have a last name?
Yeah.
Now, who is Danny related to?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Dating at the time?
Thank you.
So if you could, I know the microphone, you have to do it right into it, so if you want to adjust it, you do so, feel free.
That better?
A little hard,
That better?
a little closer. Oh,
Okay.
there you go. You got that?
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
So, ex-boyfriend Danny, fair to say that point him out if you had to. All right, so is he here in the court today?
He is in a gray jacket.
At this time, that has the record identified?
Noted.
All right, so you were there with Mr. Adams that day. Were you there, early in the morning of that day? Did anything happen out of the ordinary?
Yes, he woke up angry. Taking a fight with me. He jumped on top of me, but it's like came against my face. It was his back at me.
All right, I'm just gonna stop you there for a minute. So you said, put your hand up to you and you gestured,
It's not this, like push my face, so I lay on my bed. He was beside me. And he put his hand on my face, pushed my face up against the wall. And threw his fist back up, he was gonna hit me.
and just for the record to reflect, witness grabbed her left hand, put her thumb on one jaw and her index finger on the other jaw, lifted it up, till her head was stretched back, and then balled her other fist, about 90 degrees, upward.
Noted.
After that, did anything, did he say anything at that time?
We were just arguing about it, but the details of arguments were, the fight began, essentially. Technically, the night before, we didn't have, my daughter told him such that she just belonged. So it started off that night, went to bed angry, woke up still angry. Just that was before the nonsense. And then it escalated where he put his hands on me. And then I got up, I was like, get ready for work. Told him I was getting home, you know. At that time, we said, everybody, I was like, you go your way, I'm going to Australia. I'm getting home. I'm gonna drive to stay. Okay, that's fine.
But who? By his statement?
No, she's testifying to her own statement. Which is not a court statement, off for the truth of the matter, is of what she said. Okay,
So. So you recall saying those things? correct?
yes, correct.
So going ahead, after this physical altercation, you said you went your separate ways, correct?
So I was getting ready for work, that's what I was getting ready for work. And I have been, and taking care of my mother. So getting to work, taking care of my mom, and on to my kitchen area. And I could see out the open window where my daughter was going to be car. It's coming back into my driveway.
Okay. And did you see a driver?
Yes, I can hear my, I went to my front door, open up. I'm the open my,
So let me just clarify. So you're outside right now?
no, I'm inside looking out. So when I look out, I'll walk out, open my door, and then I'm outside.
Okay.
My side door.
So now you're outside your side door and you see. What do you see?
Yeah, I think, my daughter's boiling his car. He throws the keys at me. My daughter's boiling the keys and walks down to my car, which is now parked on the side of the road in the house.
So your car is parked on the side of the road in front of your,
Yes.
and what happens next?
He asked me, am I hungry? Like, let me please put my car back in the driveway. And there's nothing that object you guys to. Okay, well, I asked him to put my car back in.
Hold on.
Oh,
No, I can answer it. You just can't. So Judge, I don't know if it's. So. It's her statement, she can testify to what she said in the moment. I don't think it's hearsay.
Overrule the objection, move on.
So, going forward. What happened?
I will leave, he hopped in my car. He asked me if I was ready. I told him to put my car back in my driveway. I was like, I need you to put my car back in my driveway. If you don't, I did say, I will call the police. And then he said, what are you gonna be able to do if you got sister? Call the police. He said, nothing's gonna happen to me, because I've never been in trouble, essentially. And he took off my car. I called him one, and where we're at now.
Alright, so he drove off in what vehicle?
My Jeep, my 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
Okay, and is that his name? Does he have keys to that? Have you ever given him, or I'm sorry, have you given him a set of keys for that? He's never made a, did I already ask, has he ever made a payment for that vehicle? And did you give permission to use that vehicle?
I did not.
Judge, I don't think I have anything further.
Ms. Khan, questions for Ms. Evans?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm gonna ask you some questions. If you don't understand the question or need me to rephrase it, let me know and I'll do my best.
No problem.
At the time of the incident, you and Mr. Adams were dating.
Correct.
Mr. Adams spent a lot of time at your house.
Good.
Around. You would occasionally spend the night.
Good.
You would go back between your house and his cousin's.
Correct. Or his mother's house.
Oh, or his mother's house, thank you. And when he would stay at your house, he would stay in your bedroom
Correct.
and you had a physical relationship.
Correct.
And Mr. Adams, and you, on direct indicated that there had been some fight related to your daughter the day before, correct?
Correct.
Did your daughter live with you?
She is.
How old is she?
She is 22.
Who else lives there?
My daughter, her boyfriend, and my elderly mother.
Mr. Adams does not have his own car,
He does not.
but he's previously used your car.
Yes, he has.
He's run errands.
He has, yes.
He sometimes would use your car to go grab his personal effects from his cousins or mom's house.
He has done that, yes.
And in fact, he used your car the day before you called the police, correct?
And if I don't remember,
Yes. Let's see.
I don't remember the day before. I take that back. I drove my car. I took him to his mom's house to pick up his things. I drove.
Okay, and what day was that?
I think that was the day before. That would have been that day before, the day before that. It was between that day and the day before that. Can't remember that.
Okay, that's okay. How many times would you say that Mr. Adams had driven your car on his own previously?
A handful of times. He's driven, because he did help me with my mom before. So he took me to work and went back and got my mom to, do things for my mother. Yeah, so it's been a handful of times where I gave him permission and said, yes.
Okay. And the length of you and Mr. Adams' permission, relationship was about 2 months.
Correct.
And at the time of the incident, when you called the police, you were under the influence
No,
of marijuana?
no,
You talked. You gave a victim statement to the police, the Romulus Police Department.
that is correct.
And would you recognize that statement if you saw it?
I would.
Ready to go, bro?
Sure.
Miss Evans, can you tell me what it says at the top?
Domestic violence incident, victim statement.
And I was pointing, that's your name there,
That is correct.
and that is your signature at the bottom,
That's correct.
and that was signed on 10/10/25.
That is correct.
And that's the date of the incident.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And under the check marks, were drugs and alcohol involved, there's a check mark on the yes box.
Yeah, but not me. I didn't, I wasn't saying me.
Okay. Were you saying that Mr. Adams is under it?
That's correct.
I didn't think further.
Ms. Evans, you can step down. Any other witnesses from the people? Any defense witnesses? Ready for argument? Watch your step on the ramp, Ms. Evans.
About legal.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I would, well, I would. wait. Your Honor, at this time, I believe it's a question of fact.
I agree. I'm gonna bind over AOI date will be 2 weeks from today, which would be 27th, 9 AM. I will continue bond. And Mr. Adams, I wish you luck downtown. Correct.
Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
We'll try to get.
Okay.
No. Let's just covering, but not us. Oh. Have a good day. Thanks.
You want this in or out?
Okay.
Can he keep this car for him?
No,
He said, we told he can keep.
no, I only gave, he only needed to use it. No, he cannot keep it. I can make a copy for him.
I'll write it all down.
Okay, thank you.
Time to take a picture of it.
If you want to come in date or,
I'll tell him to come in here.
okay.
Yeah.
know that I'm sure we'll get used to it, and eventually I'll enjoy these not busy days. But I'm like, looking, I'm like, we have nothing for the rest of, I mean, we have easy things, we have civil on Thursday. No, we have a jury trial Thursday, sorry, which isn't supposed to last long,
Mhm.
and then we like have nothing until the fine.
Which is crazy because our case numbers are going up.
It's just, I'm like, I mean, I'm sure I'll stay busy, but I don't know.
So Dandy on the list is the one we just told Parker, it's not really scheduled,
Dandy's what?
the one that's in warrant status.
Yes.
Murray Duncan's got one on the schedule today.
Yeah, he was gonna be late. He had another court hearing.
Yeah, I just saw that. Supposed to be here anytime now. Hey, have you seen Murray Duncan?
Gonna be late for some reason.
Yep.
For now, court date. Thank you.
Well.
Yeah, just show up. We'll put you on a computer.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Question, operator.
Sure.
I'm actually gonna be running for political campaign. What do you do back?
I'm sorry, who what?
Running for a political campaign. Who do you bank?
Who do I bank with? It's been a long time since I've had a campaign. Probably was Comerica back then, but I'm a credit union guy. I love my credit union.
Because I'm finding some, banks are like basically, no.
Right,
And trying to find us, another bank. A lot of them are just like the small guys, they're not national.
right.
That's why I wonder if you had a local one.
Yeah. No, I'm sure my last campaign, probably the campaign account probably went through Comerica just because that was close to my wife's office and she did all the banking.
When you first started?
No, that was the last time I had an actual campaign, which was a long time ago. It's been years. It's been years. Thank you. Mr. Duncan, are you ready?
Thank you, I'm ready.
Ma'am, come on up. What are we doing? Kaplan? Brewer.
Guys, I have to get used to being running around again. It's kind of like the old days again.
Open it up. Ma'am, have a seat. Just make yourself comfortable. Yeah. How were the holidays? Everybody healthy?
We running home in Chicago, so yeah.
Oh, nice.
Which is good. And then the whole.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was on the north side of town, so it's kind of nice.
Nice.
I'm the captain that was today.
Thank you.
He knows what you do. You get in my house, he's taking care of my mother, he's watering my time. And she did 15 minutes. What's that? Oh, absolutely. And my 22-year-old daughter and her boyfriend are shacking up too. I know, it's
Everything I was out of the reason are wrong. Everything I was trying to make was wrong, it's not right.
And the Bible tells us, in the end times, right will be right, The right may be wrong, and wrong will be right. Well, everything gets flipped. That's 2 months. 2 months.
Teach people if you need them something. We have one of the.
We just lowered our standards.
No.
We just lowered our standards.
You're about to clean the leaves out.
I blew out. Oh, no, I'm motorhome. You get something?
I thought he knew, but he. Oh, what's all out? That. Further examines how it's. He's convinced it's not. He's crying.
Where did I see it?
Oh. Sienna, Mississippi area.
Wow.
Oh, it's going on.
Where does Knobs live? He's running for office, he's been local.
Doesn't help.
Yeah.
Remember the live stream music?
Yeah. Yeah. No, those, is he really coming in, Kaplan?
Who's Captain's head on rough days?
He should have brought his wife. But you know what? I was worried whenever he brought his wife. 'Cause I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gonna be so over dramatic. I was so worried about.
He was no different, though.
I was so worried.
That's fine.
How long did you you Beth?
Good, good. Yeah, she's doing real well. Yeah. Yeah, she would appreciate that. Yeah, she's doing real well. I talked to her, yesterday, was it? I think. She's doing a few mediations. She's with Dan Ryan's firm.
No, those are civil mediation. That's that divorce, right?
No, civil mediations.
Talking about the divorce mediation. And, I thought she'd be better with civil, but she didn't want that.
Yeah.
Judge, sorry to keep you waiting.
It's all right. People versus Brewer.
Stephen Campbell, on behalf of people. Oh, we're gonna break up the behalf of the defendant, judge, please take them.
The attorneys have to jump up to talk. You don't have to.
Let's see our key witness, we're not able to proceed.
You want nollie pros or dismissal without? Dismiss without prejudice. You have not posted cash, have you? All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day. Hey, Murray, you get a kick out of this. So she was getting ready for her first mediation, right? So she called me and she told me, she said, so I'm all stressed out. I'm thinking it's going to be some case and I've never seen the issues before. It was a landlord tenant case.
Oh, I'm doing am I on Zoom or I'm just you?
Scott, he goes, "What's your name?" Here is your very much.
Mr. Campbell, what do you got?
We have an exam in the case of people versus Scott James.
James?
Yes.
Thank you.
You.
Good morning. Gentlemen, your appearances on the People versus James.
Stephen Campbell on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Judge Oakley. Good morning to your staff, neighborhood county service, Carrie Martin, P 84592. My client, Mr. Scott James, standing to my left. Scott, say your sworn, Judge Oakley.
Scott James.
Thank you. Have a seat, sir. We ready?
Yes, Your Honor, we intend to present 2 witnesses.
Who's your first one?
It was Lisa Yass, listed as the complainant.
Thank you. I thought one of the officers did.
Oh, I would do.
Bringing Miss Yance, I would ask for a more visual sequestration.
Your Honor, I have my officer in charge who might testify, but under Rule 615, he's entitled to be here. However, that's the other witnesses that he's.
Thank you.
And my wife's, sorry, my client's spouse, Miss Sheila Jeeves, is stepping out of the courtroom right now.
Thank you. Is Miss Yance here?
Yes, she is, but they already bring in her. Oh, yeah. He's sequestered.
They're trying to get her.
Joe, Scott. We're live YouTubing.
Oh, I look good for YouTube.
Miss Yance?
Oh, and Lisa Yancey.
Thank you. raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Watch your step on this ramp right here and take that chair. Did you say yes to the
Yes.
oath? Thank you. Have a seat. When you're ready, Mr. Kaplan.
Hey, Good morning, Ms. Yance. Ms. Yance, are you employed?
On and off,
What type of work do you do or have you done?
house beans.
Ms. Yance, you know the person named Scott James?
Yes.
You saw Scott James again, you think you'd recognize him?
Mhm.
Let
Is
Judge,
that a yes, ma'am?
Yes.
let Judge Oakley know when you see Mr.
Yes, I see it.
What's he wearing? Reflect the witnesses identified Scott James.
Striped tie?
Huh?
Striped tie?
Yeah,
Noted.
yes.
Thank you. How do you know Scott James?
Brother, ex-brother.
Taking you back in time to the summertime, 2025. Where were you living?
December 10,
Summertime, 2025.
4135 Iron Road.
I'm sorry, I'm getting that.
41835 Tyler Road.
T. White Olear,
Yes.
as of the President John Tyler. We'll see you the property.
Oh,
Did you
oh,
lease
please,
or
and
who did you pay rent?
who?
Yeah.
James. On my head.
This the defendant?
Sheila James, his wife. On and on my head.
Did anything unusual happen to you on December 10, 2025 at the Tyler Street home?
Yes.
What happened that was unusual?
I thought it was actually January 10th. No, it was on my side. Well, I called Sheila because he left me a note. And
Let's, I don't want to delve into all of that. I just want to know if anything unusual happened to you.
yes, he raised his fist to me in the dog bed.
Where did he raise his fist? What room or where was it?
My room.
How far were you from Mr. James when he raised his fist to you?
I was sitting down on the couch and he was like right at the edge of.
I'm gonna walk towards you and not go invade your space, just to try to gain the distance. Tell me when to stop.
Right.
So Judge, may the record reflect the distance of maybe 1/2 to 1 foot.
That was very rushed. I would like
Sure.
to ensure that Ms. Yance is identifying the right distance in her testimony between.
Okay.
That's why we have cross-examination.
So approach the bench.
Don't
Was-
invade her space.
Was Mr. Yance that close to you or closer?
James,
Mr. James, I'm sorry.
he was a little bit closer
All right. So,
in the middle of the grade.
okay. So with,
2 feet, Judge.
within a foot, foot and a half?
Yeah, I mean, long,
Okay.
enough for the dog to just jump over me.
All right, stand if you would, look at the judge and make the gesture that Mr. James made toward you.
Like, get the F out of my house, you effing bitch, and he went like this. And he didn't strike his arm, but he was saying that stuff, and then the dog jumped over me.
And he pulled
I
his
was
hand,
still sitting
did he
down.
pull his fist back? Noted for the record.
What thinking or feeling he raised his fist to you? Correct me as to what?
As to he's violent, I've seen a good side of Scott.
Didn't ask you that. I asked you how you were feeling when the fist was leveraged toward you.
A little bit threatened, yes.
All right, moving on to a second topic, and that is the home itself. Where was Scott James living on this date of December 10, 2025?
Well, in the midsection of the house, they have a room upstairs, they say,
How many addresses are in this home? One or more?
I mean, there's only one address.
No, address.
There's only one address.
That's what I asked, you. One on Tyler.
Yeah.
But what's the relationship on December 10th? Where is Scott James staying and where are you staying?
Obviously the same areas. I mean, he's living there, again, as far as I know of, and I stay in my area.
In essence, you were roommates. In essence, you were roommates sharing the house.
How many kids are there? 3 locks on the different lots with keys.
Each door. No, I
I understand, but do you and Mr. James have separate keys or do you have the same key?
separate. Except for there's the one door that goes to the front room, there's no key for that door. It's just screwed shut.
All right, so part of the house you didn't have access to.
Right. I mean, I have access to it because, you know, I'm renting it or whatever, but again, I know I don't have that much access to it because I don't have, you know, we're caught up on rent. So,
Are you permitted to enter other parts of the home?
yeah,
Limited as to which parts of the home you may enter.
she's never told me I can't go anywhere else.
So my question is, do you use other parts of the home?
Yeah, sometimes
For what purposes?
she uses the bathroom, and shower.
And specifically, what room, and maybe you said this and I missed it, so old age or. In what room did this occur?
My living.
Thank you.
Good morning, Miss Yance. Questions for you? Oh. You agree that Scott James never paid you on December 10th, 2025.
Right.
You have suffered no injuries that day.
No,
Your testimony was that you were sitting down when Scott approached you.
yes.
You were already interacting with Sheila before this happened, right?
Sounds like that space, the shoes and breaking face.
Okay, so safe to say there was some sort of verbal argument going on between you and Sheila?
Objection, not relevant as to the alleged assault. It's a third party. No consequence to your honor to make findings.
What's the relevance?
I'm asking about the direct circumstances going on when she said this was happening. I'm just trying to build context.
I'll allow it.
So there was a verbal argument going on between you and Sheila when Mr. James made this gesture that you saw.
Yes, and then Sheila called them in,
I'm sorry, Sheila.
called them in.
And so you stated that this dog jumped over you.
Yes.
So
Behind me, he was threatened to, he felt threatened, he could feel the tension, you know.
all right, I'd ask you not to speculate on what the dog can feel, but what kind of chair were you sitting in? A couch.
And I was sitting at the edge of the,
Okay. Do you know if the dog, did it have to claw up on the back of the couch?
well, we hope we'll go back to the couch.
So the dog completely jumped from the ground and completely scaled the couch and landed on Mr. James.
Sitting behind me on the couch. They were literally sitting right behind me, just watching that.
I see. So the dog, from sitting on the couch, gets up from the couch and then,
Well, no, he didn't get up, he lunged, you know, like, okay.
so
He was trying to strike me, so the dog threatened, the dog, obviously, threatened.
and your testimony was a raised fist with no forward movement, right?
Right.
So talking about the house a little bit more. So just to be clear, there are separate front doors for your part of the house and for Sheila and Scott's part of the house.
Yes, I believe they just took the entrance apart to where they could open that door. Cause they added locked off.
But the answer to my question is yes, separate front doors, separate keys.
Yeah.
Yes. And you paid rent for your part of the house to Sheila James, wife of Scott.
Not at that present moment, I was in the midst of starting to pay her, I had $50 for her, that was what the argument was over. He's took over $150.
Okay, that's not my question. My question is about payment of rent. Let me, since there seems to be some problem with payment, let me ask this.
Well, you can text the colloquy, it's an editorial here, you should ask questions and not make his own comments.
I'm ready with my questions.
Go ahead.
You were expected to pay rent to Sheila James for staying at the
I was
house.
giving them $50 each time I got paid. She
Okay,
said she was writing it down. I asked her to show it to me. She never showed it to me. I had the $50 the night that all happened, I had the $50 to give to her.
And the $50 that you were expected to pay to Miss James each time you got paid is for the privilege of you living at that house.
Yes.
You don't own the house.
No, I don't own this.
Sheila is essentially your landlord.
That's what you don't say. She don't want to move in. And,
For payment of rent.
at the very first time, she said I didn't have to pay. I helped to get the house together because it was trash.
But after you moved in, an expectation of payment of rent
Right.
was established. Yes.
Yes.
Did you ever have a lease?
No.
No. And the understanding was that you were paying rent for your side of the house. Like you didn't have a, let me say this. You never had a right to sleep in Scott and Sheila's bedroom.
No, why would I do that? I had my own space and we're not a couple or anything.
Right. And so you certainly have no intimate relationship with Scott James, with Sheila James.
No.
Neither of them are your blood relatives. And did you say that there was a door that was screwed shut in the house? What door would that be?
The main door that goes to the actual living.
So is that to say that the door is screwed shut in order to block passage from your side of the house to their side of the house?
Yes.
And
It's mainly more for security reasons for the animals.
okay, understood. So you did mention that you were upset, you believed that Mr. James had stolen your groceries.
Yes.
And what led you to believe that?
Because of the
Let
blood.
me move this back. It's another bad apple. It has nothing to do with this case. It's irrelevant anyway.
Irrelevant, or the relevance? Thank you.
Mr. James and Ms. James are in the process of evicting you, is that right, Ms. Yance? I'm safe to say you do not want to be evicted?
If I fix it, get it caught up with rent, I just can't afford a large amount.
Nothing further.
No redirect.
All right, so I'm still confused about the living situation. Were there portions of the house that you all use commonly? Okay, all right, so the bathroom was a shared bathroom. The kitchen was a shared kitchen. All right, you had a bedroom that they stayed out of the bedroom. They had a bedroom, you stayed out of that bedroom. All right, any questions as a follow-up?
If I could, Your Honor. Did your section of the house have its own bathroom that was maybe not in working order?
No.
No bathroom?
I put a commode in there.
I see. Did your side of the house have its own kitchen or kitchenette? Kitchen. Did your side of the home?
I prepared one. I use my appliances, put them on the table. Because I don't want no interaction with them. With, arguing, fighting. I'm trying to say.
Okay, well, that, you answered. I think.
Bless you. You can step down. Watch your step on the ramp.
Officer, everyone.
Raise, swear affirm that the, swear, I was gonna put you on a bond. Swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth today?
Yes, sir.
Have a seat.
Yeah, you're,
Please.
sir.
Yes.
Dr. Godwin, good to see you.
You, sir.
How do you spell your last name?
BEDDENDORF.
Sir, with respect to this case, are you able to tell the judge the formal or recorded addresses of both the complaining witness and the defendant?
Yeah, it's a single family home broken into multiple parts.
Is there
They all
one
have
or
the same
more
address.
addresses?
One address,
What's that address?
41835 Tyler Road,
Do your reports show where Lisa lived and complaining?
at 41835 Tyler Road,
And what about the phone?
the same, 41835 Tyler Road.
Thank you.
Mr. Martin?
Detective Bevenbrook, you've obviously come across situations where a single address is split into separate units, right?
Come across where people rent rooms out of a house, yes.
Right.
But it's not listed as the address. It's listed as the main address.
Okay, just because there may not be unit numbers or separate addresses attached to an address in your training experience, that doesn't mean that people are automatically living together.
I don't answer that.
All right, nothing further, thank you.
Is there any type of insignia beyond the address like 41185, 41885A, and 41885B?
No, sir.
Thank you.
You can step down. Anything else from the people, Mr. Kaplan? Defense witnesses?
None.
I'm ready for argument.
Not the crime of the century, but two issues. First, you know your job better than I do, but first question is, was there an assault? If there was not an assault, then the case falls. Judge, although the defendant did not strike the victim, he placed her in fear of suffering a battery. As we know, an assault is either an attempted battery or an attempt to place a person in fear of suffering a battery. When he's right in her face, Judge, with the fists clenched and they're having a conversation which is acrimonious, that's the type of conduct that would lead her reasonably to believe that she's going to be the victim of an assault. So if Your Honor does find there's an assault, the question is the proper charge domestic violence or an assault and battery? Statute says if they're members of the same household, it's domestic violence. In this case, you've heard that they both live at 41835 Tyler. There's only one address. She has the run of she can enter almost every other room in that house. It's like a household. It's an unusual living situation, but we think it's enough to qualify as a question of fact as to whether domestic violence occurred.
Judge, couple things. First, I'd like to rehash what the testimony about this purported assault was. I think it was a little embellished just then by Prosecutor Kaplan. Not that she said about a foot and a half away, while Mr. James was standing and while Ms. Jans was sitting. So that, if you also factor in the height difference, the space of the height, standing versus sitting, in addition to the distance away of their bodies, about a foot and a half. I think that undercuts that this was fear of an immediate battle. I mean, if I'm obviously this is a larger space around, but if I'm doing this to you, saying, Judge Oakley, I'm going to punch you, my position, that's definitely not an immediate battery, because how could I I can't immediately get over there and punch you in the face. At this point, I'm just taunting. And I since there was no follow through, Miss Jans testified that there was never any forward movement of that fist, even according to taking everything she said at face value. I don't know if you even have an assault there. And then the other issue, I don't think there's even a question in fact about whether this is a domestic relationship. You don't need separate addresses, you don't need unit numbers, you don't need insignia to establish that someone lives in one part of a house and someone lives in another part of the house. They even screwed shut a door to establish this is your space, this is your space.
That wasn't the testimony. The testimony was the door was shut to keep the animals from roaming. That was the testimony.
Well, we also have separate front entrances, we have separate keys. Yes, these people know each other. Yes, these people sometimes welcome each other into each other's spaces. But it may not be the Ritz, but she's self-sufficient in her side of the house, a little kitchenette, uses a commode. Nothing bars her from living that way. she's living independently.
Is there no case law that defines a household?
I would ask the prosecutor the same question.
I'm asking you both. Because that's the question. What makes a household? Shared space?
I think the most natural reading of household means either it's a family unit or people who have really voluntarily chosen as co-lessees in the same space to be roommates. And
Well, that's what these people have done. That's what these people have done. They're roommates. I even asked her, so you're roommates? She said, yeah. They're sharing common space. They share a kitchen. They share a bathroom. The fact that they've got two different entrances into all those spaces doesn't lessen the fact that there's common area. It's probably a fact issue. I think there's enough there. A, get the fuck out of my house, cocking your arm back with you within a foot or foot and a half. That a reasonable person would fear. Well, she said she felt threatened. So I think a reasonable person could see that as an imminent threat. And as far as this is a household or is it not, to meet the definition of the statute, that's up to the trier of fact to decide. Binding over. 2 weeks out, AOI will be 9 a.m.
That's the 27th.
Correct. If you guys find any kind of case law on it, let me know. Good luck downtown, Mr. James.
Mr. Kaplan, talking to the attorney in Edgewood. I think we have everybody here, so we're shortly.
Really?
Not the house.
No, silver. I thought it was all silver.
Mm.
The tree. Because of the spot. It was the tree.
Right. Yeah. What's gold doing?
It's gone up now.
So that's what you do. You turn that silver into gold. What are you doing?
That's it. Everything. You just need to be able to some.
Right. Mhm. Mhm. Go home and lunch, get the. Is it expired?
Well, that's what you bought it?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you bought it just so if it went up and up, you could flip it. Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay, Julie, you're so.
These small dockets, man, they just drag, don't they?
It's attorneys, man, it's just yada, 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 yada. Oh,
Yeah, the problem is too many of them don't have any conversation until they get here.
That's exactly what it is. There's no homework done whatsoever.
Mhm.
And you start to talk to them about that, they don't even want to think about
Yeah, yeah, they haven't talked to the client, they don't talk to
that.
the
Then I got a guy
press.
here by the name of Lang, his attorney is Thomas Schwartz. He says, last time he didn't even show him, so like he calls him now, you know what the attorney does? I get there when I get it.
and I feel bad, the defendant, you know,
Yeah, yeah, scheduled at 10:30.
That's probably. She is in the back. Want me to tell you problem? Bye-bye.
If you have a problem with it. If there's a third, there's a problem.
oh, yeah.
That's what blows my mind.
Somewhat smooth here, but it's these things that stop us, you know?
Yeah.
Which case,
This is Mr. Joseph filing.
Adam shows. Okay.
I'm waiting on Mr. Capital, so don't think he's going to see.
Okay,
Thank
thanks. Joseph.
Oh, April.
Council, I'm curious how that hashes out downtown on the household. There's gotta be some case law on that.
I'll find some.
I mean, this can't be the first time this issue's been up.
Wash, but I mean, these things are so, case by case.
Yeah, of course. The anomaly is this one's a serious domestic now, right? Because it's a third. You're running the mill misdemeanor domestic. nobody's making case law on those.
And he's on probation, so I know who the circuit court judge will be.
Yeah.
And not saying that I judge any books by their cover, but I just don't think that that would serve.
Yeah. Yeah, this is more serious than the average domestic. I'm interested if you find anything.
Wash on a case that you backed over, actually, if it's someone's, it was that was granted by Judge Nicole Casca. And
What were the issues?
it was a officer credibility in terms of identifying my client during a fleeing traffic stop. It was a fleeing where the officer barely saw the driver, claimed to identify.
I think I remember that one. Identify the driver as they were like in the cars. Yeah.
There was a part of the officer's testimony that judge thought showed him not to be credible, which is basically like, oh, he said, oh yeah, as I was approaching the car, I saw that the window was still rolled down. But then during the exam, we were able to look at the footage that showed that the window was totally rolled up.
Okay.
The officer approached.
Okay.
Newly robed Judge Casca ruled in my favor.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
But I don't think it's Jesus case will similar fate. I mean, we just need to put that on track. No,
You can sit down.
Mr. Captain's busting that out. Right. Give it another 2 minutes before I move to dismiss for some without prosecution.
Good smart, you got it, but all respect for me, just a little that comment, I just don't. You can't hold that.
Gentlemen, appearances on the people versus Joseph.
Yes.
May I verify that the witness is not here?
Sure. Sure. Have a seat, fellas.
Ready, on.
Did I get appearances yet?
No.
Go ahead.
Stephen Kaplan on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Judge Oakley, your staff, neighborhood defender service, Carrie Martin, P 84592. My client, Tylen Joseph, standing to my left. State your full name. That's how I chose.
All right.
Your Honor, our necessary witness is not present.
You move for dismissal without register.
Granted. Mr. Joseph, did you post any cash bond?
No.
All right, you're good to go. Thank you, gentlemen.
Your Honor, we have a plea of people versus Brendan Elwood and waiting for Rose, the attorney, to be finished.
Thank you.
Anybody?
What are we pleading to?
Attempted unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. As you know, that's a 1 year.
Thank you.
Which case is that now?
Edward?
Oh, the statute?
Case what?
Oh, Edward.
What's your thought about sentencing, immediate or sending for a pre-sentence? So it would help you out if we bounced it, give you some time to get the number?
She's talking to it.
Trying to twist the arm under it.
So,
Judge, may I amend my desire to be It's time to see what you see.
The victim's from Canada, he's presently in Vancouver, bear hunt.
Oh, good for him.
So,
That's late to be bear hunting in Vancouver.
call his wife, was.
Judge, speaking of bears, my friend and I were camping, and then we hear outside the tent, a huge crowd. So I went outside the tent, there's a bear coming at us. And my friend said, we have to run, we have to go, we have to go. I said, I actually have to outrun you.
He's bad. So you've got the restitution number.
You know, like, I don't think the victim wants restitution, because it's all covered through his insurance.
Okay,
I just think he wants it to be done with.
okay. Okay. Looks like it might not be today's issue anyhow.
It's working.
Do you think so? We think it's dragging terribly.
Well, we told him like the judge, the early exam.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of waiting around time for me. But I don't think it's the system. I think it's the players.
We get you too, Chris.
No, and I appreciate that. Go let the attorney know that this was scheduled at 10. It's now 6 minutes to 11. I'm gonna either call the case to hold it or call the case to plea it, but I'm gonna call the case.
It's a topic,
Not on my dime.
I know more about her now than I know about myself. She's not in the way, coach.
You know, we were just talking about that too. That's the other thing that drives us nuts. Is the attorneys that get here and they've had no conversation with you, they've had no conversation with the client, and they're using this like their conference. No, no, no. If you're gonna do that, get here an hour early.
We can solve many cases, Judge.
People versus Headwood, appearances, please.
On behalf of the people.
Good morning, Judge Oakley, Rosemary Carroll, on behalf of Brandon Hedwick.
Thank you.
P number 3788. I apologize, we were waiting for Mr. Kaplan to finish, and this plea offer happened very quickly. So I just had to go.
It was probably available last week. It was probably available last week. If you would have talked to him before today, at the time the exam was scheduled. So are we holding or are we pleading?
That's because it's a trial of 3 courts a day.
Not my problem. I'm just saying, the time to have the conversation with the attorney is not after the exam was scheduled. The exam was scheduled 55 minutes ago. Counsel, sit in the chair. Are we holding or are we pleading?
We're pleading, one of their witnesses didn't show up today.
Okay. What's the plea?
Here is the form, man.
Sure. Because I'm you're an hour late. I've been waiting for an hour for this.
10:05 sitting in
I've been here since 8.
Mohammed. I'm not an hour late.
Okay.
Steve was in early 10.
Bring your address to court on.
Sure.
That counsel persuaded us to reduce the charge. With your permission, guilty plea to an added second count, attempted unauthorized use of motor vehicle, 1-year offense, and we do have a sentencing record.
Which is probation and no contact. Do you know Mr. O'Neill? Okay. All right, Mr. Hedwood, do you discuss your rights with counsel? You understand those rights? You understand the options those rights give you? You understand the possible penalty for the added charge today? Are you pleading guilty to that charge today? Are you doing so freely and voluntarily? Counsel, why don't you voir dire and get me the facts that support the plea? Sure.
Sir, were you at the airport on January 21 of 2024? Did you use another person's vehicle without permission?
Yeah.
And the airport's located in Romulus?
Yeah.
Thank you, Chuck.
Both satisfied with the facts?
Didn't get me assisted in the best part of this. But yeah, satisfied.
I'll accept the plea. I'll dismiss the felony count. Counsel, what's your pleasure? Immediate sentencing?
Sentence.
Tell me something about your guy.
May I allocate?
Yeah.
Mr. Edward is working full-time He's been at the same place, it's called Bros,
Yep.
BRSD, in New Boston, Michigan, it's a manufacturing company. He works on welding. He actually was just offered the opportunity to take a class in LA, but it began today or yesterday. He did get a letter from his job, but I told him that the board takes priority. So he didn't go, but they're gonna still offer him a promotion and the chance to do that again. He has a 3-year-old daughter, and although he has priors, he is not hanging around with the same group of people or persons who I happen to represent in a major stolen car case years ago, who was taking advantage of him. He's not, no contact with him whatsoever. He wants to turn around his life. The first thing he said to me when I did my initial interview is, I'm tired of this. I've made too many mistakes, been setting a bad example for my daughter. I want to just get this taken care of. And so I would respectfully request that the court sentence him to probation. I don't know if he would be able to do a couple of reporting and then some call-in probations and the fines and costs.
Thank you. How long you been at Bros, Mr. Hedwood?
This location has been like 2 years, but Bros overall like 6 years.
6?
Yeah.
What's this class or they want to send you to?
I'm trying to get licensed to actual weld instead of just working in the weld lab and being trained by them.
Okay,
So basically, I'll be able to move around to any location that's needed. So it's just basically making sure I have hours. Because, in the automotive industry right now, the hours fluctuates. But if you're actually a licensed welder, you'll never have downtime.
right. All right. All right, not on probation anywhere?
It's about to be closed out on February 5th on that case. Unfortunately, this, I just talked to this probation officer, puts him in a little bad position, but I'm gonna go to court with him on that case as well.
That's on the controlled substance case out of 2023? Mhm. Okay. Sure.
Recommending reporting probation. We're hoping they do what we need it, that he not visit the airport in any way unless he's a passenger on a plane.
And that's fine, he has no plans to have to write, or is it there? Yeah, unless he's a passenger on a plane.
So that's the no contact, is no contact at the airport.
As far as reporting, I mean, I don't want to lose his job, I don't know how much, but he'd have to report. I know a lot of the district courts are now having the report 2 times a person and then by Zoom or by phone the rest of the.
I leave that all up to my probation department, whatever they're comfortable with. Usually they want to do some, like you said, start with a couple lives,
Thank you.
make them happy and they'll make it easy on you. Just that's simple. All right. Anything else, counsel, Mr. Hedwood?
He's been extremely cooperative. He did have a call from an old retained attorney who never filed an appearance, so I kind of stuck with him because I could see that he had a decent attitude and was working hard.
Good. All right, pretty simple. I'm going to put you on a 12-month reporting probation. Stay out of the metro airport unless you got a plane ticket and stay out of trouble. Court costs, fines of court costs, assess the amount of $1,000. Go downstairs and talk about options down there. Good luck.
Thank you so much, and again, I apologize greatly, I'm never late.
No problem.
Did get here and I was sitting in with the other prosecutor waiting for Mr. Kaplan and.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge.
Be safe, fellas.
I think very nice, my client was right before he signed the big one. I've got the most respect for the sport, Judge Oakley, so I don't.
Thank you, counsel. No, I'm not going to hold it against you. I'm just frustrated because we're having more and more problems with attorneys that aren't showing up. And then when they do want to show up, they want to have their first ever conversation with a defendant. It's very frustrating. I'm not pointing a finger at you. I'm just telling you why I'm so frustrated today.
Have you given a stand-in for anyone?
I don't think so. Lane's guy's on his way. Yeah. All right. Have a good day. You're going downstairs to talk to probation.
I will do it at no cost or being signed or anything.
Thank you, counsel.
I'm like never late, so it's really 9 years of practice. Brendan?
But you know, the problem is. Back in November, I think it was, or maybe December, Mr. Headley jumped on ours and said, Judge, if I get an offer to leave out of state for work, can I go? And you're like, yeah, sure. So we approved that. He sent the information last week to us that he could go today. And I'm like, or you can contact your attorney and see what she can do for you. And I mean.
Yeah.
She could have reached, I mean, if that's his job, that's something that he could have bettered himself. But I mean,
she wasn't-
luckily they re-offered.
But she's not late.
Luckily they re-offered, you know. 'Cause I mean, sometimes that's just your only one chance and you're done.
It was, coach, Judge, wasn't it a motion, but it was said that. Times low.
That sounds like a Schindler. Have you ever heard my boat story?
No,
Seriously,
your boat or?
my Bo Schindler's car.
Oh, no.
So, you know, when I was at Michigan State, I lived with hockey players. So I used to go to the Blue Line parties and, you know, a lot of stuff with them. So they had some big banquet and they invited me to go. I'm like, well, shit, free meal? You know, I gotta put a tie on. I can do that.
Is this reporting or non-reporting?
Recording. So it was like all the athletes, all the Michigan State athletes were invited to this big deal, and Bo Schembechler was a keynote speaker.
Michigan State?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not kidding you. I couldn't tell you a single thing that guy said that. I couldn't tell you a single phrase that came out of his mouth, but I bet when he was done talking, I was like, give me some pads, give me some pads. I'm going on the field. I mean, talk about him. Yeah, everybody's fired up. Michigan State athletes. I mean, he was such a motivational speaker. And I've told that story to a number of people before. And I've had guys tell me, well, you know, most of the experts say that Bo wasn't a winning coach because he was better than anybody else. It's because most of the guys that ever played with Bo would have run into a brick wall if he would have asked him to. He knew how to get the very best out of the players because he was so motivational. Well, like I said, I can't remember a thing he said. I just remember I was like, oh man, let's go. Yeah.
Those are big time killer. So anything. It's anything.
I'd like to read that book. Yeah.
Lord,
Oh, thank God. Susie says she's got a discharge time.
Oh, great.
An hour short of a week in the hospital,
Oh, why, what time?
3 o'clock.
Wow.
I think, well, it might be a little bit more than an hour. I think it was about 4 o'clock when Mary Ann picked her up to take her.
Jay Gross.
You still got the book?
You go to the lunch. You would like to book. And I'm back.
Grossman, Grossman.
Hmm.
That's mine. But that's mine. Master when the Chechens took over that school in Russia.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's weird. I remember the stats. The Credo of how they played well over everything. Not
Mhm. Have we heard anything on Healy, the 11 o'clock, multiple counts?
No, I think he tried to check in different meeting.
What's that even mean?
I don't know. So who's trying this case Thursday? Who's trying this case Thursday?
And Jake, Josh. Oh,
Hey, just to let you know what's going on. So, we had, Miss Longstreet on today because
It turns in very circuit, I'll be told his client, I'll be.
well, 15, 20 minutes ago, he told her he was on his way. I mean, at least 20 minutes ago.
this,
Let me speak.
you have unlawful driving away,
You know what it was?
it's unlawful use.
Lawful use.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad that we do get these from them.
Yeah.
I emailed Carmona to make sure that he received everything on the James King case. Cause they, courier, whatever the word is, they tried to bring it here, I think Wednesday night at like 4 something. We were closed, so they got a hold of Carmona. He said that they would take it, the restitution money, the letters.
Okay,
So I
Okay.
emailed Carmona.
so we think we're not gonna need the hearing.
Right, I think it's done. Well, the hearing was last Thursday, but, so we just, if everything's done, then we can figure.
I watched an old movie last night that I've seen before, called The Burial with Jamie Foxx. He plays this really flamboyant PI attorney. Like, has his own private jet, dresses in the flashy suits, you know. And Tommy Lee Jones plays this, third generation, I think, funeral director down in Mississippi. Who takes on this big corporate, you know, he gets into some money trouble, so he's got 8 funeral homes. So he makes a deal, he's gonna sell 3 of them to fix his financial problems so he can maintain his business, because the idea is to pass it on to his 13 kids and 24 grandkids. Jamie Lee Foxx is phenomenal. Yeah,
What was it?
The Burial,
What stream play? The owner.
Tubi,
Oh, okay.
Tubi.
I shouldn't say I have that.
I'm a big Jamie Foxx fan, but you know, and he was just flamboyant and Susie and I watched almost all of, oh shit, what's the name? Everybody's in it. Cuba Gooding's in it. Tom Cruise, Demi, no, this is the other one, the one Susie and I watched the other night. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah. You've been back.
You good man.
I don't,
Everybody's in that movie too.
I don't know.
And they're all so young.
But I wasn't, I just tried to open the door. He's that good, it just keeps on coming. Went running the other way. Oh, maybe, okay.
Yeah, but Jamie Foxx plays this guy who at 8 years old was
Lucky.
working in the field with his sharecropper parents at 8 years old, but ends up being a lawyer and quite successful.
What's his last name?
Counsel, what do you got?
I got the exam judge, I'm waiting to locate the prosecutor on Adam Lane. Sorry for the noise.
Lang would probably be Mr. Kaplan or Mr. Mohammed.
In the first group.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we figured it out. Thanks. He does act like he's doing those. Wizard.
In Virginia, reminds of Gina. He said, you know, we ever saw that movie, Benner with Stephen King, called. He's so proud.
I may watch it.
The Burial, and I'm gonna look that up.
It was good. It was good.
Tim's got me out though, which you would not like. It's just stupid humor. But Brockmire, it's about he's a baseball announcer.
Okay.
It makes horrible life choices. Ends up getting kicked out and brought back and messed up, kicked back.
Yellow. Speaking. Good, how are you? Yep. Yep. Yeah, I responded to it. Or tried to. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can tell you real quick, Jason, the response is, obviously, the first priority is to make it weatherproof. And then give us a quote to whatever you see that needs to be fixed, give us a quote, and I'll pass it on to the decision makers. Good. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Jason. Appreciate it. Thank you much.
I'll take that. I'll take it.
Hey, Beth. Your parents didn't be. Hey, Dexter, I gotta get on one minute. Now it's 3:30. All right, gotta go. What do we got?
We have a waiver, Judge.
On Healy. Appearances on Healy.
Your Honor, Stephen Kaplan on behalf of the people.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
You have a waiver, counsel persuaded me to dismiss court.
Hold on just a minute. Healy. All right, go ahead. I'm with you. I wanted the complaint in front of me.
Court counts were willing to dismiss in exchange for the waiver / bind over are counts 2, 3, 5, and 6.
All right, so that would be possession by prohibited person, 2 counts. And felony firearm, second offense, 2 counts.
That's right.
No, there's one thing,
It's two.
I don't know what it's supposed to be.
No, he's asking what point it's made.
Oh, Judge,
2 counts of prohibited person and 2 counts of felony firearm, second offense. By the numbers.
5 and 6.
Yep. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. Mr. Healy, did you discuss your rights with counsel? Did you understand those rights and the options those rights give you? And do you understand the purpose for an exam? You understand when you waive the exam, that means your next court date is going to be downtown at the circuit court level, not at the district court level where we all are at today. Understanding all of that, are you waiving freely and voluntarily today? Counsels, are you satisfied?
People are around.
All right, AOI date's going to be on the 27th at 9 a.m. I need to do some writing on the file, and then I'm going to give the file to you, counsel, so you and Mr. Healy can sign. Bond continued? Counselor, are you ready on Lang? Oh, he's still out there.
He's sobriety court counsel for tomorrow. He just wants to introduce himself. Bring him up.
Yeah, come on, counsel. Better than I deserve.
Good to hear. Yeah. Good to see you, Judge.
Nice toss. That looks like a Garcia maybe.
It is. Oh, yeah. Probably 85% of mine are. Yeah, I figured someone's fighting for a little bit of color into
Oh,
a
yeah.
business. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
How's everything going?
good. Yourself?
Good.
Yeah. Just getting back from the grind after the holidays. It picks up. But with training, we're starting tomorrow. I checked in with the probation. I want to make sure I got the handbook, but I figured I'd stop by
No,
and see if
appreciate
you had any
Appreciate it.
expectations I should be aware of as defense counsel, any advice, anything like that.
Seriously, the biggest expectation is like, because the idea is to, get to the point where, and I don't know, this is my first go around. I just started subjecting it.
Yeah.
So, honestly, I think two things. I think two things are your job. Number one, once in a while, we need you to have a defense perspective because the team's talking about what do we do next with this guy.
Right.
But maybe even more importantly is, hey, take him outside the hallway and talk about the fact that he's getting ready to do a home equity line to pay for your medical expenses. You don't mortgage your house to pay for medical expenses. You file bankruptcy on that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just stuff that's got nothing to do with the
I hadn't
case.
even
It's here.
considered something like
Because
that.
honestly,
Yeah.
they're all hot mess. Right? It's not just their substance abuse is a hot mess. Most of them, their world is a hot mess.
Right.
So sometimes
some structure. and
Sometimes it's
stuff in
just,
life.
it's just somebody that's got that knowledge base that can sit them down and say, no. That's not the way you want to handle this. We got them that are going through problems with divorces and problems with the kids, stuff like that. Just to kind of hold their hand, but not that you're going to represent them on all that stuff.
Right.
But maybe we say,
direct the traffic.
let me tell you why you need to get somebody in your corner on this that handles child support or whatever.
Right. Okay. I hadn't even thought about
Kind
that.
of more of a life coaching from.
Really, the counselor side of the attorney and counselor.
Exactly. Life coaching with a Vino,
Right.
right?
Oh, that's the way I think of it.
Yeah.
I was thinking more about nuts and bolts.
The nuts and bolts.
There's not much there.
By this point, right, you're post sentencing.
Right.
So, yeah, every once in a while, we got a situation where, right, in this situation where they're talking about whether or not there's a real violation, but generally speaking,
Yeah, strict liability if anything's in your system.
it's like,
You don't want to hear about
you,
somebody
you
paying
want,
costs.
you want to be in the program or don't you want to be in the program? Right? So it's not even as adversarial as just a common, practice. It's a lot more, like you said, it's a lot more the counseling and the things.
Right. Because inevitably this program is going to get overwhelming for people and helping them kind
Well,
of
that's one of the things I
unpack some of
found
the
since- One
overwhelming.
of the things I found in the last year, it's been a year, I just realized it's been a year for me.
Congrats.
One of the things I found last year is for most of them, their major problem when they first get on the program is just keeping all the balls in the air.
Right.
And you've been doing defense law. That's another good one on you today. No, I just think it most of the clientele we deal with, they just don't adult very well, right?
They just learn.
They might be holding their job down, but they got all this other stuff that, you and I came up in good households where, people just, you got certain things you have to do to keep out of trouble, right? You gotta pay your taxes, you gotta go to work every day, you gotta, blah, 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 blah. A lot of these folks, they just never had that. They just don't do all that stuff very well.
Right.
So I think that's probably the most important role that you play as a defense counsel on the team.
Yeah, helping
Just-
slow down and break down some of their problems and get
Just
them
pointing
pointed in the right direction to make.
The guy I'm talking about, he's still in the program, We're getting ready to put him into phase 4. He get real close, or getting ready to get done with phase 4, so he get real close to be done. First thing was he got diagnosed with lung cancer. Next, he found out his brother was sleeping with his wife. got past that with counseling, thought he was still fighting the cancer. He's a mechanic, on trucking. company. They send him out on the road to get their trucks back on the road. So on
Sure.
the side of the road, 2 a.m., get the truck moving, right?
Yeah.
They're pushing him because they want him to still work 45, 50 hours a week while he's treating with his lungs, right? So he's fighting that. Thinks he's got everything set with his wife, and then she files files for divorce. He thought that passed on that, files for divorce. Then he had to have stents put in. I mean, right? This
Yeah.
guy, and he's the guy that was telling me he had started a process to get a HELOC so he could stay ahead of his medical debts. I'm like, no, 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 no. And at that point, I don't know if you know Josh Hadley.
Oh, yeah, certainly. Yeah.
So Josh was our guy. And I said, Mr. Hadley, you need to speak to him. And he knew exactly what I was talking about. So he took him aside and said, no, you don't tie up your house because you got a medical problem. You know, there's other things we do there. So that comes tied with the bankruptcy attorney,
Give him a call.
yeah, when it gets to that point, then you sit down with that guy. But in the meantime, you just worry about your health. You don't worry about getting it paid.
Right, yeah.
That kind of stuff.
What percentage are people that are primarily dealing with alcohol issue versus some kind of narcotic?
I don't know, Shannon might be able to tell you
Okay.
80% or whatever it is, but from my standpoint,
Because I knew you guys are
the
out. Right?
vast majority of them are alcohol.
Okay, that's what, like, at least I figured, because they were saying the most common
We just,
pathways in OW.
we just kicked a guy out, and his problem was another, the only guy after kicked out in here. His problem was never alcohol, it was cocaine.
Okay.
But he just, I told him he was a car sale, literally car sale. And I told him early process on that. You know, I like you. I said, I think you've got a lot of problems. Get by on your bullshit and your charm for a long time, and that ain't gonna happen. I said, don't get me wrong, I'm not criticizing you because bullshit and charm those are pretty good tools to have in your toolbox. But it just doesn't work in this kind of program because you're not gonna be able to smoke up all these asses, you know, because the whole team, right? You know, we got a lieutenant from Ramos PD. You know, we got Angela Manarinos and prosecutors on the team. We got the Growth Works folks. Yeah, it's been a long time since their first rodeo on any of this stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And he just couldn't get it together.
Yeah,
So
so
I-
that's come out, I would assume,
What do you mean?
like, as far as whatever is statutory max of charge you.
Well, I just gave him. Hey, what I
The sanction was.
what I sentence Matthew to? Did I sentence Matthew to 30 days?
I think we only gave him 30.
Yeah, I think it was only 30.
Okay.
Yeah. But I put him in before Christmas.
Okay, so
And he's got 3 little kids.
I remember that.
I said,
Everybody's gonna be.
But, you know, it wasn't, the very next something. I think so. I got some information about Matt.
Hello?
He says, I got an acquaintance who's from the Arab community, reached out to me and said, hey, by chance, do you know the name blah, blah, blah? It was like, yeah, I do.
A skinny Mercury.
We're trying to, my friend is in jail. He's like, well, coincidentally, I do know he's in jail right now.
That's the one.
Yeah. My cousin's trying to buy it. This guy was selling GM discounts. So, you know, they got the friends and family discount, and then they got the, whatever the other one is.
Yeah.
So he'd say, I can say, another $1,000, I can get you the number, I can say $1,000. 750 officer. So he had this scam going in the captain's. I was out, yeah, my cousin knows the guy that was taking his coat. So.
Yeah, there's no pathway forward.
Yeah, yeah. So that was literally 2 weeks after I told him, you're out, you're going to jail.
You can lead them to the water, you can't make them.
That's exactly it. That's exactly.
How frequently, if at all, do you guys use jail as like an intermediate sanction prior to termination, if at all? I wasn't sure if that comes up. I know that's.
Heather,
Yeah.
had I given anybody jail on sobriety court before Matthew?
Only him.
Yeah, he was the first. Sanctions, we usually work on that.
Program.
Yeah, we're
Probably,
Yeah,
if people are along,
gotta
you
give
move them back.
3 days on the work program, yeah, sometimes we move that phase. One of the things we're learning is I think we're moving to Shannon. I was after Matthew. I think we're moving them in phase too quick.
Sure.
You know, if they don't have all the boots on the ground stuff at least in place, you know, you don't have your counseling set up yet. You haven't started the regular meetings, all that kind of stuff. The same kind of stuff, Mr. G, I got to.
Right,
Get the foundation built before we move into phase 2.
Right.
So I
have the
think we were a little bit too optimistic with some of them on that.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense. Okay, this
you know.
Especially the part on the council, that I totally overlooked that as an, I mean,
And
obviously,
that's
that's
not-
part of our
That's not
job,
something
but-
I would have, that's not something, if you and I were having this conversation last January as I was starting to take this over, we
Right,
wouldn't have that conversation. Because I probably wouldn't have expected that.
but I can see how in this setting in particular, the
Absolutely.
counselor role
Absolutely.
really
Right.
overshadows
And
the
that's why,
attorney.
and that's why Hadley's not still doing it, because you know, Josh couldn't be here live every time. And if you don't establish a relationship with these people, then they don't want to hear what you got to tell them, right?
That's like any trust relationship. Trust starts with knowing the person
Exactly.
first. No one.
I gotta know you care before I care what you know.
Right, yeah, amen.
So, you know, when you're here and they see you, you're the phase 2 from phase 1 and, you know, you're living on Attaboy, and, you know, when they start to see you as a person, not just a
Right.
suit, then maybe they'll take some advice from you.
Right.
So that's why I think the live is important.
Yeah, I know, and I plan on being here.
Now, Tina ran the program I was in there,
Waiting for attorneys.
and she said.
And show us baby.
She thought
No, wait,
You know, that law needs to talk a little.
So it wasn't.
Oh, my goodness.
This girl is gonna go. Shannon on Zoom before. She said she had more, she thought she had a lot more, you know, well, honesty out of people when it was all one-on-one like that. And I, you know, I'm a good lawyer, I can argue both sides of the coin, right? So I see that value, but there's also a lot of value. I look back and say, look, raise your hand if you've had the same problem when you were first in the program, and they come around all hands are like, okay,
My dad said
I'm in this
it's
together.
sobriety court. You see the people, they're rewarded. He thinks there's huge value in people seeing them getting used to punish.
You see them, I can't tell you how many times I was, there's somebody that leave the podium, they'll go back, and one of the people in the pew will say, start telling, like, I can't find it to read, guys I can't relate to. They'll talk to some people, say, try this meeting here, they meet Tuesday.
Yeah, Your support.
Yeah, I think all we need is your support. is huge.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad you came in.
Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Are we scratching, Judge?
I have been, yeah. All right, People versus Lang.
Thank you.
Appearances, fellas.
Good morning, Mayor Attorney Thomas Ford, 277-7177. You say your name for the record, sir?
Robert Lang.
Thank you, sir. You can sit down, Mr. Lang. You're real people. They train the attorneys to jump up to talk to us. All right, I've got a plea agreement in front of me. It says here that Mr. Lang is going to plead to illegal transportation of a firearm. We've got the MCL number, Heather, which is a 90-day misdemeanor. I'm being asked to dismiss the felony charge for November 17th. And sentencing recommendation is forfeiture of the weapon, probationary term, and no possession or use of a firearm for 18 months. That's the deal?
That is right.
All right, Mr. Lang? All right, did you discuss your rights with counsel?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand those rights?
Yes.
You understand the options presented today because of those rights?
Yes.
You understand how an exam works, the exam that was scheduled today?
Never been before.
Like, it's like a little mini hearing that if you wanted to go forward with the exam, the prosecutor was gonna have to prove two things to me. One, that there was a crime committed, and two, that you had something to do with the crime. You understand that? Okay, and you understand the possible penalty for this new charge? All right, are you pleading guilty to that charge today freely and voluntarily? All right, counsel, would you voir dire to get me the facts to support the plea? Incident date November 17th?
Yes, sir. Sir, on November 17th, 2025, were you transporting a weapon?
Yes.
In what city were you in?
Oh.
And is that in Wayne County?
Yes.
State of Massachusetts? And, you were doing so without a valid seatbelt at the time, correct?
Yes, sir.
Because the weapon was concealed on your person in a car.
Yes.
Judge says.
So am I. Seems to me immediate sentencing would be appropriate.
Yes, people concur.
Mr. Kaplan, anything to add other than the recommendations I already threw out? Counsel, anything you'd like to say by way of allocution from Mr. Lane?
Just thank you for the opportunity here. My client is 38. He's never had any criminal contact. He's a full-time farmer. He did have a valid CDL. We're not making excuses. It expired. We're not great with paperwork.
went to a different address. He understands the guilt and the seriousness of keeping those things valid. He's not gonna make the mistake again, and he does not make a lot of money, and so we would ask anyone to see the court has.
Thank you. This sucks. Anything you want to add?
Stan,
No, you're all right. Like I said, you're real people. You can sit.
I looked through my 2024 paperwork. I was married when I got the gun. My wife helped me do the paperwork. I've been divorced since 2020, so we don't have contact.
Yeah.
The defendant is very gracious, man. He's a hard worker, but Judge, I reduced the case.
Yeah.
I'm not sure many APs would have done so, but I did so because of Mr. Portis.
Mr. Lang, you can't buy a cup of coffee with what I'm going to tell you next, but I want you to hear my heart. I've been on this bench for 27 years, I think. Every once in a while, and this is one of them, it just sucks. Because this, even with that great deal, this is still a harsh penalty for you.
Yes.
And I just, like I said, you can't buy a cup of coffee with what I'm telling you. I just want to acknowledge that a paperwork problem shouldn't be this harsh, but sometimes it is. All right. I'm going to go along with the recommendation. I'm going to put you on probation for 18 months. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to be on probation for 18 months because anytime after 9 months, you can petition the court to terminate your probation. So I'm assuming you can stay out of trouble because you've done so for 38 years. All right. So here's what I'm going to recommend, or here's what I'm going to say. Probationary terms are: do not purchase, possess, or possess a firearm while you're on probation. No new charges while you're on probation, and fines and costs are $500. Can you pay that today?
Yes.
Any clarification necessary, fellas? Mr. Lang, you clear on what you need to do?
Yes, sir. Is that okay? Is a personal check okay, or?
It's going to be a good one, isn't it? Then absolutely.
That was.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yes, sir.
I think that gets us down to Brown. I have the utmost faith. I know.
What did he say?
I'm not avoiding work. That guy moves like he's 60. He must have some serious back problems. It's just because he's bald.
I think it's.
You're a Harris. You treat him differently because he's bald.
Think it had to do with. And how he was.
Ted, what was the guy's name that I said he was 5 years younger than me? The domestic violence.
Yeah. Smart, small.
I don't know, but he went 66. He looks like he's in his late 70s.
He's 3 years older than me.
That's a hard living. That's a hard living. Kaplan's out there sitting on his check, the cops.
Guy that created Dilbert died.
You're a great player.
Dilbert, the cartoon.
Oh.
Oh, cool. Maybe just sent me a picture. You don't, probably won't remember. The kid's name was Ferrets. We talked to him back in November. Kid hadn't been to school all year, over a year, hadn't been to school. So get sworn in at the channel.
Good.
Do you want?
It is good whenever they go in.
Yeah, it's in Brown. Or Watson, because he was.
No, Vanessa Moss.
Oh, Vanessa Moss, I was close.
That's the mall.
I guess you turned an M upside down. This one of the things.
And 2 S's and 2 T's. I mean, you know.
Are we holding it?
Where's your wife at today?
Well, thanks for asking. Did you meet her, Jim?
Yeah. Yeah, I asked her why she was still hanging out with you.
It's a great job at Henry Ford Hospital. You know the agency people grow.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
She's 1-3.
Counselors, your appearances for People versus Bradley Brown.
Yeah, for you have people.
Well, one thing, please does not report the that's involved, P65501. NDS, Bradley Brown, who is standing to my left, please place your name in the record.
I'm Brother Brown.
Now you can sit down, sir. Are we ready?
Yeah, Judge, we have 2 witnesses, my officer in charge is here, Billy Munster, and our first witness, Your Honor, is Jesus Sanchez.
Mr. Sanchez, come on up front here. Watch your ramp. There's an incline, or watch your step on my incline ramp right here. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
Settle in that chair right there. When you're ready, Mr. Kaplan.
Your Honor, good morning to you, Mr. Sanchez. Nice to see you, sir. How old are you, Mr. Sanchez?
20, just hit, or yeah, 20.
What are you, I'm shoes older than you. Mr. Sanchez, what do you do for work?
I'm a apprentice electrician.
Oh, very good. Sir, were you working on September 29 of last year, 2025?
Yes, I was.
What were you doing on at about 3:30 p.m.?
Getting off work.
Are you in a cab or Uber or walking or do you have your own vehicle?
I had an own vehicle.
What type of vehicle?
It's a 2014 GMC truck.
Where were you traveling to when you left work that day?
I was going straight home.
What route did you take?
I was going 275 south and then 914.
You're not reading from a report, are you?
No, this is my own. I know it.
What type of vehicle were you traveling in?
In a GMC truck,
Are you alone or with passengers?
just myself.
While you were on the freeway,
Mr. Sanchez,
Yeah.
just move that mic up, roll your chair in, and then you don't have to keep bending down. It'll pick you up. You're loud. You'll be all right.
Big friend, Mr. Sanchez, while you were traveling on I-275, did anything unusual happen?
So the whole thing started when I went out to the left lane, and then I went into the middle lane, and then that's when the
The truck,
Can you describe the truck? Do you know the model or color?
it was the white GMC truck. It was from like 2019 to 2020.
And do you know the city where you were traveling when this happened on 1975?
I was in Canton for work, so I was born down south.
I know, but what city are you in?
Romulus.
You mentioned it's truck.
Yes.
What caused you to first notice it?
He was going fast on the right lane. And I was on the left, I told him to move on to the middle lane. And that's when we both merged, so I found him and turned left to like, to just tell him like, hey, I'm over here, my apologies. And then I went off to turn right to this one. And that's when I seen him with the gun like this.
So is he in a vehicle or is he on foot when you see the vehicle?
He was in the vehicle,
Is he in the back seat or front seat?
front seat,
Is he in the driver's position or the passenger position?
drivers,
Is he alone or does he have passengers?
by himself.
If you saw that person again, you think you recognize him?
Yes.
Look on the courtroom and tell Judge Oakley whether you see that individual.
He's sitting over there.
What is he wearing?
Suit,
Next to it. Do you know what?
yes.
Noted.
Thank you, Ron. How far is his car from your car?
It was a couple feet. It was right next to me.
You know what happened? Does he do anything?
He just pointed the gun at me. That's when I sped off and tried to leave the situation.
I'm gonna approach you, not to invade your space. I want you to stop me when I reach the distance between you and the defendant when you notice him with a gun. Judge, I have permission?
Please.
Stop me.
I can out there.
You're gonna make the record reflect the distance of about 7 feet.
Ms. Moss, agreed? About 7 feet? Thank you.
Can you describe the gun?
It had an oval, like chamber, I guess you could say. That's all I seen. It was pretty bright.
Are we talking about a rifle, bazooka, or handgun?
It was a handgun. It's pretty small.
What were you feeling and thinking when you noticed the gun?
I was pretty fearful. I was scared, so I just scared that he might shoot me.
He pointed the gun at you and else to him.
He pointed it at me.
How long did he point the gun at you?
Maybe a couple seconds, but it felt like minutes to me.
What did you do to do it? Escalate the matter or did you try to avoid it?
I tried to avoid it. I sped off like this.
Contact any authorities, law enforcement?
After I got the parking plate, I got on call 911 and then he told me to wait on the side of the road. Then I met Officer Dane.
Mr. Gentleman, here am I right?
Yes.
Now, sir, you mentioned a partial plate. Do you remember any of the letters or numbers on that plate?
No, not it's been a while since
If you saw a report that you gave, would that refresh your memory possibly? Is it a license plate, partial plate?
yes.
You know what I mean? Approach it with.
Sure.
Well, each doing the report. Take a look at the first paragraph, Mr. Stacy, on here. See if you can remember.
Yeah, easy.
PTT?
Easy.
ETT.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it, would you? Did you meet a trooper named Wayne?
Yes.
See him here today?
Yes, he's sitting over
The
there.
gentleman, am I right?
Yes.
Talking about this.
Yes, I know.
Thank you, Your Honor, nothing further.
Your witness, counsel.
Mr. Sanchez, good morning. You indicated it's about 3:30 in the afternoon, you were getting off work and heading home, is that correct? And you were on I-275, is that correct?
That's correct.
Are you looking at notes?
Just what I wrote. I want to make sure.
He's looking at notes? You should not be looking at notes.
You need, yeah, just set those aside. If you don't remember something, just say, I don't remember.
I'm really bad with the freeways, so I won't be able to explain, or not explain, but point out the exact freeways. But if I had a bulletin or a board, I can show you the route I took.
You were on I-275.
Yeah.
At 3:30. About how fast were you driving?
Maybe 70, 75.
70, 75. And you indicated that, my client, that you guys almost collided, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and you guys almost collided, but you avoided the collision, you guys kept driving, is that correct?
Yes.
75 miles an hour, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Clarification.
So you indicated that did my client pull up on the side of you?
Yes.
Okay, so were you guys still driving down I-75?
Yes, sure.
Okay, did you stop at any time on I-75?
I 75 or 275?
275.
You stopped on I-275?
No, I did not.
Okay. And you indicated that my client pointed a pistol at you, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and you described that pistol.
Can I describe it?
I said, and you described that pistol, is that correct? And you saw that pistol while you guys were still driving, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are your windows tinted in your vehicle?
No, they're not.
Okay. Were the windows tinted in my client's vehicle?
His window was rolled down.
His window was rolled down. Okay. So you said that you guys were a couple of feet apart, right? You said about 7 feet apart, right? So were you behind him or in front of him?
Right next to him.
You were right next to him?
Yes.
Okay. And you said that this pistol was pointed at you. Did you stop at that time?
No, I did not.
How far did you drive?
I drove on to the exit.
Okay, you go through this. And at that time, you called the police, is that correct?
Was way after that, a little bit after that.
And you said the handgun was oval?
Yeah.
Okay, do you know what color it was?
It's been months since that. I won't be able to tell you for sure, but it was pretty. It was like shiny.
Okay, so, are you sure that it was a gun?
Yes, I'm sure it was done.
Thank you.
Sure.
Speaking to the judge just a moment ago, that you exited off of I-275. Do you remember the exit?
Yeah, it was on to south to go back, or not south, east to go to Detroit.
When you were on I-275 and this incident happened, were you traveling south or north on I-275?
South.
Thank you, Randall.
Any recross?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Mr. Sanchez, you can step down. Watch your step on that ramp.
Okay.
Next witness, Mr. Cameron.
Your Honor, we would call Trooper Dane. I mispronounce your name.
Just wait out in the hallway if you would.
Sorry.
Trooper, raise your right hand. Swear affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do, sir.
Settle in that chair. Please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Trooper Dane.
Morning, sir.
Trooper Dane, how many years have you worked for the state police?
About 2 years.
Like your work?
I do.
Trooper Dane, were you working on September 29, 2025 after 3 p.m.?
I was.
Do you remember what hours you worked?
That day it would be 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Are you in a marked or unmarked vehicle?
I'm in a market.
First, I should ask you, are you in a vehicle or are you on foot?
I'm on interviews.
Are you alone or with a partner?
I'm alone, sir.
Marked or unmarked vehicle?
Market.
Did you meet a gentleman named Bradley Brown
I did.
on that date of September 29, 2025?
Yes, I did.
If you saw Bradley Brown again, do you think you'd recognize him?
I would.
Look around the corner and let Judge Oakley know whether you see Bradley Brown.
I did. See him right there, sir.
Thank you. Noted for the record.
Thank you, Your Honor. Where did you meet Bradley Brown?
I met Bradley at his residence on Mary Street, Taylor.
How is it that you met him at his home address in Taylor?
From the parking plate that Mr. Davis, we used it to search. We found his residence with a vehicle description.
When you meet Mr. Brown, do you talk to him?
I did.
Before speaking to him, had you arrested him?
I did not.
Before speaking to him, had you handcuffed him?
I did not.
Before speaking to him, did you restrain him in any way?
I did not.
What did you talk about with Mr. Brown?
I asked Mr. Brown if he was involved in a traffic incident, regarding the same time at 3:30 on that day in the same vicinity, 275 and 94.
What did he say in response?
At first, he denied it, and then he admitted that he lied, then he said he was, involved in the traffic incident.
Did he admit or deny pointing a gun at the
He denied pointing the gun at the first, at, Mr.
do you conduct a search of some kind per day?
I did. Mr. Brown said that he had a CPL. I searched under his CPL on the weapons that he had registered with his name.
Did you find a weapon?
I did. I found two. One was an MP 22 and another was a 19.
For those of us not versed as well as you are in terms of weapons, what does that mean?
A 1911 is a older style semi-automatic weapon. We typically era of World War II, and then the M&P is just a smaller handgun, chambered in 22 smaller.
Where were you when you searched for the defendant?
I didn't search the defendant I just queried it on a computer.
Yes, sir. But when the guns are produced, how does that occur?
They weren't produced. They were just under a general computer search. So I just found his name, and then I searched the records for the weapon.
Maybe I missed it.
Are we okay with Mr. Sanchez being in the courtroom? Okay.
So do you actually, I'm confused, but my wife tells me. Did you actually have physical custody?
No, I don't have physical custody. I just searched what weapons he had registered with his name in the state of Michigan.
So make it.
Sure, Dave, I just have a couple of questions for you. First of all, I think it's still morning. No, it's still morning.
It's morning somewhere, counsel.
Made contact with my client, is that right? It was at his home, is that?
Yep.
And, said he denied that anything occurred earlier that day, is that correct?
He denied that he was in a traffic accident earlier that day. When I asked specifically, he was in a traffic accident.
And it's not unusual when you come in contact with people that's been involved with something for them to deny being involved in.
Jackson.
Criminal, is that correct?
Jackson, 8.3 billion people in the world. It doesn't matter what some other people do.
So that,
People wonder, what line?
is that relevant? Is that a relevance objection?
Yeah.
Counsel?
Pleasure. I think it is relevant in the sense that the officer is testifying that he denied as if my client was not taking accountability for his actions. So I just want to make sure that on the record, that he denied, but then he recanted that denial.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
So, my client, while he recanted the denial of being involved in the incident, he did not recant the fact that he pointed a gun a second.
Yes, he said he did not want it.
Absolutely. And you did not find any guns at his home or anything like that?
I did not find any guns at his home, but he did say that he had weapons. Yes.
Okay, thank you. No further questions.
No redirection.
You can sit down, Troop.
People rest, Your Honor.
Any defense witnesses? Argument.
I'm complaining that this defendant pointed a gun at him at fairly close range on the freeway. There are no visual obstructions to that. Providing the gun, you know what extent the insurance done. This thinking very fix out the element of voice. So, and then you heard Your Honor, that day, the defendant at first denied that he was involved in a traffic confrontation, but then he said, "Oh yes, I was. I lied." We know that the defendant had a CPL, doesn't help him some kind of CCW charge, but he had all the CPL. And he also owned two guns on the time of the occurrence. We believe a question.
Ms. Moss.
As with the court not buying this case over both charges, we had testimony from the complainant witness who indicated that he saw a gun, but it was only a couple of seconds. He testified that they were still driving at approximately 75 miles per hour on I-275. We also have testimony from the officer who indicated that he does not have custody of the weapons, which means that there was no
search of the weapons. They didn't do anything in terms of fingerprints or anything like that. So, Your Honor, I'm asking that this court deny the motion to bind this case. Thank you.
Brief response.
Yes?
In actuality, Judge, we did not need to call Trooper Payne. We had enough evidence with the victim himself when we called Detective Payne anyway to reinforce the case. Fact is, Judge, and I wasn't there, but the defendant easily could have discarded the gun, disposed of the gun, hid a gun, because if he did what we claim he did, he had the incentive to discard the weapon.
I think it's a trier of fact issue. I'm going to bind over. AOI date will be January 27 at 9 a.m. I'll continue bond. Mr. Brown, I wish you luck downtown. 127, 2 weeks from today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
So we're from John.
We are.
Okay.
You as well.
Yeah.